Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers show that Poppy Nozawa, Remy Park, has confronted Luma Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, about her baby that she managed to make with a billionaire. However, Poppy tried the same thing and didn't work out. Will Poppy try to get custody of Luna's child to use it to get to Bill Spencer, Don Diamond? Poppy Nozawa tried to pass off Luma Nozawa as Bill's daughter. All of Bill's sons believed that Luna was their sister for a while, at least until the truth came out and Luna started making passes at Bill. Luna was convinced that she could become Bill's lover and keep him for herself and put her mother in prison to make things happen. Luna even manufactured evidence against her mother and sent her to prison for life. Poppy was held in prison and investigated as a killer while her daughter held Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Matsins Wood, prisoner, planning to blow her up in a building that was about to be demolished. However, John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, came to her rescue. Bill is determined to get custody of this baby to keep it safe from Luna. Bill and Katie Logan, Heather Tom, do not want Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, to have anything to do with this child. Bill knows that Katie is determined to raise this baby herself. Bill promised that they would be the ones to get this child. However, there are several other people who could be candidates for custody. Will Luna have to fight her mother, as well as Will's mother, Luna's grandmothers, Luna's father, and Bill and Katie for this child? Will is the only person attached to this kid that wants no part of it. Who will actually raise this baby when it's all said and done? Poppy raised Luna, and look how she turned out. Poppy has also wished her own child dead. It is very unlikely that Poppy would ever get custody of this innocent baby. However, that doesn't mean that Bill or Katie would get the child either. As this child's mother, Luna would obviously have some say in where the kid ends up, but would she ever agree with her mother having custody? The truth is that anyone would be better than Poppy or Luna with this baby. Could it end up that Will and Electra Forrester, Lania Grace, would take the baby themselves to keep it from Poppy? Who will get Luna's child in the end? Will this baby even survive? The Bold and the Beautiful has never shied away from emotional warfare, but what's coming next could be one of its most jaw-dropping courtroom dramas yet. After months of turmoil, heartbreak, and suspicion surrounding Luna's pregnancy, a new storm brews, one that will pit family against family and mother against daughter. That's right. A custody battle is looming, and in a stunning twist that will shake both the Spencer and Forrester families to their cores, Poppy Nozawa is gearing up to demand custody rights to Luna's baby. But how did we get here? And what could possibly drive Poppy to such an extreme act against her own daughter? Let's unpack what's about to explode in Los Angeles, and why this may change the entire dynamic of the show moving forward. It all begins with Luna's fragile mental state. Following the emotional roller coaster of being accused of attacking Liam, her complicated relationship with RJ, and the lingering uncertainty about who the baby's father is, Luna has been unraveling. At first, Poppy was the rock, the steady protective mother who stood by her daughter's side. But recently, cracks have appeared in that dynamic. Poppy's anxiety about Luna's ability to handle motherhood has been growing, especially after Luna's latest breakdown left RJ frightened and unsure how to help her. In upcoming episodes, Luna will confide in Hope, expressing fears that she's not ready to be a mother and that everything feels too heavy. Hope, ever empathetic, will try to reassure her, but those words won't stay private for long. Poppy overhears part of that conversation and immediately spirals into panic. Her protective instincts take over, but instead of offering emotional comfort, she goes on the defensive. Maybe Luna's not thinking clearly, she tells Finn later that day, her voice trembling. Maybe she's not fit to raise this child right now. Finn, ever the cautious listener, will try to calm her. But Poppy's determination will only deepen, and soon she'll make a shocking legal move that will stun everyone. In a dramatic mid-week episode, Poppy shows up at Forrester Creations with papers in hand, petitioning for temporary custody of Luna's unborn baby. The scene will be an emotional explosion. RJ and Luna will walk in on her mid-conversation with Carter, who is visibly uncomfortable as Poppy insists that this is for the child's safety. Luna's face drains of color as she realizes what her mother is doing. "You can't do this," she whispers, her voice breaking. "You're my mom, not my enemy." But Poppy, tears streaming down her face, fires back. "I'm your mother, and that's exactly why I have to do this. You're not ready, Luna. You're not thinking clearly. I won't let another innocent life suffer because of our mistakes." Her reference to our mistakes is telling, a hint at the guilt Poppy still carries over Luna's conception, the secrecy surrounding her father, and the fallout from their family's complicated history with Bill Spencer and the Forresters. Carter tries to interject, but the room is too tense. RJ steps forward, furious, demanding to know what gives Poppy the right to interfere. "She's my girlfriend, that's our baby," RJ insists, "and we're going to raise it together." But Poppy coldly reminds him that the paternity is still under question, and until that's settled, the court will decide what's best for the child. The aftermath of Poppy's shocking move sends Luna into a tailspin. For days, she withdraws, avoiding calls, skipping work, even shutting out RJ. When Hope eventually finds her sitting alone in the Forrester Creations design room, Luna finally cracks. "I feel like I'm disappearing," Luna confesses through tears. "Everything's spinning out of control. My mom's treating me like I'm broken." Maybe she's right. Hope, who knows what it's like to face judgment as a mother, reminds her that being overwhelmed doesn't mean being unfit. But Luna's next revelation sends shivers down Hope's spine. "I don't even know who the father is anymore, Hope. I've been lying to myself, and to everyone. I can't keep pretending." Fans will be left gasping as Luna reveals that, despite previous tests and denials, she has reason to believe that Liam Spencer, not RJ, could be the baby's biological father after all. This confession reignites a dangerous spark, one that could blow up multiple relationships and drag Steffi, Hope, and Finn right back into a tangled web of old wounds. When word of the custody petition and the paternity doubts reaches Bill Spencer, the fallout is immediate. The idea that one of his sons, or even he himself, could be connected to the Nozawa baby sends him into full-on crisis mode. In true Bill fashion, he confronts Poppy directly at Il Giardino, demanding answers. "You're playing a dangerous game, Poppy," he warns. "If that baby is part Spencer blood, I won't let you use it to get attention or control." But Poppy, who's now fully convinced she's doing what's best, holds her ground. "This isn't about control," she counters sharply. "It's about love, and protecting an innocent child from chaos. Something you've never been good at, Bill." Her words sting. Bill, visibly shaken, leaves, but his mind is already racing. Could Poppy be hinting that he might have a deeper connection to Luna's child than anyone realizes? As the week continues, Bill orders his own private DNA test, sending off a chain reaction that will drag everyone into the truth, whether they're ready for it or not. While the Spencers are imploding, Steffi Forrester Finnegan steps in, and she's not taking sides quietly. When she learns that Poppy has filed for custody and is now questioning the father's identity, she storms into Forrester Creations to confront her. In a fiery showdown, Steffi accuses Poppy of manipulating the situation to secure wealth and status. "You're trying to tie your family to the Forresters and the Spencers, and you're using that baby to do it," Steffi snarls. Poppy doesn't back down. "You think everything revolves around your family, Steffi? But not this time. This is about my daughter, my grandchild, and I'll fight anyone who stands in the way." The confrontation nearly turns physical before Finn intervenes, pulling his wife aside and demanding she calm down. But behind Steffi's rage is fear. Fear that the drama will spill over into her own family again, threatening her already fragile peace with Finn. Privately, Steffi warns RJ that Poppy is a master manipulator, and if he doesn't act fast, he'll lose Luna, and that baby, for good. Meanwhile, Finn finds himself trapped between impossible loyalties. As both Luna's medical advisor and Poppy's confidant, he's stuck in a web of ethical and emotional conflict. On one hand, he sees that Luna is genuinely struggling with anxiety, exhaustion, and fear about motherhood. On the other, he recognizes that Poppy's extreme actions could destroy what little trust remains between them. In an emotional scene at the hospital, Finn pleads with Poppy to withdraw the custody claim. "You're breaking your daughter's heart," he says softly. "If you love her, give her space to grow, not another battle to fight." But Poppy shakes her head. "You don't understand, John. I see the same signs I ignored in myself when I had her. I was lost, terrified, and alone. I won't let her make the same mistakes." Finn's expression darkens. There's something haunting in Poppy's tone, as if she's hiding a secret from her own past. Later, when Steffi questions Finn about it, he admits he suspects Poppy may have experienced postpartum depression or trauma after Luna's birth, something she's never publicly acknowledged. That revelation could become key in the courtroom, and might even flip the custody case on its head. As the case heads to family court, tensions reach a boiling point. The courtroom scenes are expected to be some of the most emotional in The Bold and the Beautiful in years. On one side sits Poppy, calm but visibly shaken, represented by an aggressive attorney who paints Luna as unstable and under undue influence. On the other sits Luna, supported by RJ, Hope, and Carter, determined to prove she can be a loving mother. Testimonies will fly: Finn's medical opinion, Steffi's observations, Hope's compassion, and even Bill's shocking admission that he ordered DNA testing behind everyone's back. In a twist that sends jaws dropping, the results reveal that Liam is indeed the biological father. The revelation shatters RJ, devastates Hope, and throws Luna into a full emotional breakdown on the stand. Even Poppy looks blindsided. This was not the outcome she expected. Liam, speechless, can only stare at Luna, realizing his life has just been turned upside down again. Judge Kelly's gavel slams, demanding order as the room erupts. The future of the baby, and Luna herself, now hangs in the balance. Just when it seems Luna might lose custody, a mysterious letter surfaces, written by Poppy and addressed to the court. In it, she admits something stunning. She never intended to keep the baby away from Luna permanently. Her plan was to force Luna into treatment, fearing she was on the verge of a breakdown similar to one Poppy once endured after Luna's birth. "I was trying to protect her the only way I knew how," the letter reads. "But I see now that I was only repeating my own mistakes, not healing them." The courtroom goes silent. Luna bursts into tears, running to her mother. The two women embrace, sobbing, as the judge calls a recess. When they return, the judge rules that Luna will retain custody, but Poppy will be given joint guardianship rights until the baby is born, ensuring both mother and grandmother work together for the child's well-being. It's a compromise neither expected, but one that could mark the beginning of a fragile truce. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our BOLD and BUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.